Good morning. Good morning. Today we have a guest with us, Sam DeMaio.
How you doing?
Welcome. Good? How are you doing?
Good, Rob. Real good.
Cool. Cool. So Sam, he's going to join us today to get in on the discussion with 22, because we're here talking about the number 22 for the veterans. And Sam was going to tell us a little bit about himself, what he's doing with the community, all the great things in the neighborhood, and then also what we can do to try to help our veterans moving forward after today. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. So, Sam, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name's Sam DeMaio. I own Showcase Remodels. I pretty much started out at 17, joining the Army. My junior year of high school, went to boot camp in Fort Knox, Kentucky. From there, I went to Camden County Jail. Worked there for 5 years, realized while I was there that I wanted to do much more than just working a jail babysitting. So what I ended up doing is start my construction company at 22 years old. Kind of built that up. As I was building, I switched over to the police. I was a police officer for 5 years while staying in the military. I was in the Army, National Guard. Got activated a couple times. I was away for a year, 2 years here or there. Then once I came back, had my 10th year in the police. Then I left there and started construction full time, even though I already had a full-time business running. From there, I started buying houses, fixing them up and flipping them. And then I realized I really couldn't do much with the money other than buy more houses and keep them and rent them. So now I'm up to 43 houses that we own, and just bought a motel down North Wildwood, a block off the beach, which will be ready for the summer for rentals. And then, we do construction every day. We have 38 employees. We have all good people. We have a great team, and everyone meshes really well with each other. And we do great around here.
Yeah, that's amazing, Sam. You're doing a lot of good things, great things with the neighborhood, man. We really appreciate that. And yeah, thank you for your service. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So what kind of made you want to do the military? What got you into that?
Well, I always wanted to try and drive a tank and shoot different guns and all that fun stuff as a kid. So that was kind of like my hobby. And then to be able to get paid to do it was kind of like a dream. So I was able to basically drive M1, A1 tanks. I drive M3 Bradleys. I shot every single, automatic, semi-automatic, whatever weapons. And just a really great experience with a lot of great people. Taught me a lot of discipline while I was there. And I took that discipline and training and I kind of rolled it over into a business.
Yeah, because when you're in the military, you're trained to work, 7 days a week, 20 hours a day, and so when you have that type of training, and then you go back into the civilian sector, you really lead the way when it comes to on-the-job duties and stuff. And having more of a passion for your job, and wanting to show up on time, and wanting to show up 10 minutes early, and wanting to be 10 minutes and the last person to leave, and helping other people out when they're working, even if you're finished your job early, help your employees, help your coworker to get their job done. That's the type of stuff the military teaches you and stuff. So a lot of discipline that other people don't have. Because I agree, when I went from the military to the civilian sector, time after time again, people just weren't doing the work that they were supposed to be doing. And so I can see how you're kind of doing your thing now, Sam, with your companies and stuff you're doing, because you've been dedicated for so long and worked so hard that you know what it's like to work hard And so that's amazing, Sam. Yeah. So what's next for you? What do you got planned?
So what we do is we're basically working on a lot of bigger projects, some developments, and some new construction homes, as well as buying some properties, some land, and putting modular homes on it, and be able to help families get into those homes so that they can have something nice for themselves. In addition to that, I'm part of it's called Wigs and Wishes. It's a nonprofit organization that helps women who have cancer. They can receive a wig, get set up, and it's zero cost to them. All they have to do is shoot an email over, get set up, get an appointment set, and come in, and we take care of them that way too. And then the wish part of it, that's for like children that have some kind of terminal illness. We try to make their wish happen for them because it's really, really cool. And I met a guy, really awesome guy, when I was doing work for him, and we became very good friends. And he put me on the board, and kind of been running that ever since.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, it's all about helping out in the community and doing stuff for others, So, and that has to do with your military training, because, a lot of people, when they sign up, you sign up to help the community, to keep the community safe. And so, a lot of us, when we get out of the military, we still want to keep doing that for other people. And so, with you doing stuff with Wigs and Wishes, you're helping out people who need help, and that's really truly amazing. Me personally, what I've been doing is working with homeless veterans, trying to get them housing and stuff like that. So, and still today, I'm still helping out, feeding homeless people everywhere I go. I'm always handing out, like for Christmas, I fed 30 kids and gave them presents. So it feels really good to be able to give back when you can.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's actually it's good that you say that, because around Christmas time, you receive a lot of gifts and you're happy about that. But as you get older, giving those gifts and seeing those people's faces, even if it's food or gloves or hats or whatever, I think that's more meaningful than any gift you could ever receive from anybody. So, and I really feel that, when you help other people, all of it, not even some of it, all of it comes back to you and some. And you learn a special lesson when you do something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Just putting a smile on somebody's face is worth it. Just holding the door for somebody, or paying for the person in front of you. Anything you can do to pay it forward. And help somebody out is what it's about. So that's what we do here on this program. We try to come together as a community and see the different types of ways that we can reach out and help other people, other veterans, other citizens in the neighborhood that need help. Time after time again, people are contacting us for help, that they need this and that. And so, we have guys right now, Sam, if you know anybody in the neighborhood, we got a guy, he's got RVs in Texas, and they're free for any homeless veteran. So if you know a homeless veteran in the community, we have a link for that, for a free RV. And then we're working with some other people who also have different things for veterans, that build like little homeless bags and stuff like that. They put bags together for the homeless, and they go out feeding the homeless and stuff. What's the homeless veteran situation looking like where you're at?
So where I'm at, really, it's not too bad. But I mean, I'm right outside of Philadelphia, and Philadelphia has a
right,
and it's all over. People don't really see it or see it, but they just ignore it. but it's out there and it's all over. And even if it's not homeless, it's like people struggling. So there's a lot of people struggling, vets struggling mentally, or physically, or both. So, you really got to keep your eye out and look and see what's going on out there to understand, how you can help and how you can kind of spot out things like that to be able to be in a position where you can help.
Yeah, it's you want to help as many people as possible, so and at the end of the day, people need to be able to help themselves, but some people can't help themselves. So like if they're struggling really bad, I'm working with another guy. He goes around and he cleans trash up in the city, and he goes around different neighborhoods picking up all the trash in the city. So it takes that type of stuff to do in the community. Picking up trash that's been dumped illegally and cleaning up the city. Going around feeding the homeless. With doing them two things, you really can help the community out a lot. So that's what we're here to do. Most of my deals is homeless veterans, veterans dealing with any kind of medical issues, whether it's physical, mental health, getting them help, whether it's a drug addiction, getting them help. If there's something with alcohol, we try to get them help, and let them know that there's programs available for them if they need to get some type of rehabilitation.
Got it.
Yeah.
Great.
So yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hold on one second. Hold on.
Got it. Yeah, you're way better now.
So yeah, tell me. So you're a Christian, right?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, God is good, man, and God kind of gives you gives you what you need in life, especially if you're out there helping other people who need it, and everything that we have is a gift from God, our lives, our clothes, our health, everything. So, at the end of the day, we just need to be grateful for everything we have, and then also, try to help others and see what we can do. And the number of 22 veterans that commit suicide a day is too many, and
Yep.
so we're trying to get that number down to zero as much as possible. And this is really a subject that people don't like to talk about because it's like it's a dark, like when you start bringing up suicide, people are like, what? Like, I'm not suicidal. I don't feel like that.
Right.
But even though you don't feel like that right now, there might come a time when you do, or somebody does. So we want people to know that are out there right now that if you need help and you feel some type of way, suicidal, that you can reach out to me, Sam, or somebody. We can link you up with somebody in the neighborhood that can get you over to the VA or into a program, or if you just need somebody to talk to. I'm gonna post our number up here. This is the VA phone number. It's open 24/7. It's just 988, or you press 1, and you can get immediate. If you're a veteran, you can get immediate assistance to the VA. So Sam, okay. So tell us about. So what's Showcase Remodeling?
So Showcase Remodeling is basically a home remodeling company and new construction homes. based out of Washington Township, New Jersey, so like Turnersville. We have different divisions. So we have like an exterior division who does the new construction, siding, windows, doors. We have a interior division who just handles like kitchens, bathrooms, custom trim work, accent walls. And then we have like another division that just does waterproofing, which is like, tearing out, we have a lot of water damage houses or structural damage houses. They're able to mitigate any kind of water damage. We work a lot with the insurance companies. We help a lot of people out, that think, hey, look, I just had a leak and what am I going to do? And they say, hey, look, you have insurance. So that's what you pay that for. And that's what you should be using it for. And we're able to help them get the proper settlement from the insurance companies, because a lot of times the insurance companies, they just don't want to pay. They want to look for a way out of it. And that's kind of where I come in. I have another guy, Stan, he comes in and kind of work on that together. And then call the adjuster up and let him make it right. And that's what we do. We make them make it right. And then, kind of from that point, be able to take it from there and put it into production, get the job completed for them pretty fast. I mean, I think we're pretty much the fastest company around here to be able to turn something around, especially like a kitchen or a bathroom. And then, in the community, what we do is as a team, we try and do 1 or 2 events a year that help others, whether it be, like a food drive or a clothing drive. And then as a team also, we do like a team building, which next week we're going to do like an axe throwing. We're going to have a competition, and then that's going to break into whoever wins that goes into the next level, kind of have like a little playoffs with the guys. And then see who does well. And then, we'll come up with some kind of prize, whatever it may be, something small, and kind of do stuff like that. And it's a lot of fun. And, work doesn't have to be work. It can be fun also. And, you spend a lot of your time working every day. So you might as well make it something you like doing. And that's what we like doing. We like doing the designs. We like come up with the ideas. We like putting it into action. We kind of take what the homeowner wants color-wise. We make it our own and make sure that they like it. And if everything's good, we run with it and get it done for them and kind of move on. And I was able to successfully do that, time and time again with a lot of customers. Now, we're not for everybody. Definitely not for everybody. Sometimes our styles or personalities will, kind of not be the right fit. And I could kind of tell that right away and kind of tell them, hey, look, we're not for you. Or, hey, we are for you. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I like doing. I like to work for good clients, good people that I get along with. Because if I don't like them, I just tell them just straight up, hey, look, it's not going to work for me. I already know. And that's it.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing, Sam. So, yeah, you're definitely, you're a good guy, Sam. And, you're a military guy. So, that's even more amazing. So, you just know what the definition of hard work is. There's something about, and I can't explain it, but when you were in the military and you go through basic training and AIT, I mean, if you can make it through that, then I give you a lot of, anybody who can make it through that, I give them a lot of respect, because with them drill sergeants, man, they will make you on your first day in boot camp. They'll make you quit. They'll make you call your mama and say, I can't do it no more. It's tough. So if you made it through basic and AIT, you have a different mindset than a lot of people out there. More disciplined. So it seems it's. Well, how do you feel about everybody being in like the military? And
So,
so
as far as I guess people being in the military, I mean, they kind of been through what I've been through, so they know the mentality, and they kind of know how to handle me better. It's kind of hard to kind of deal with somebody like me, just being honest with you. But because there's no like hour where I just turn off. It's always on. So that work mode is on. So, and then again, when you're in the military, the holiday thing, there's really no holiday thing. So if you're away and you're out there, those holidays, it's just another day, right? So kind of transitioning back, it's kind of hard because you're used to one way, which is, hey, it's Christmas, but you're working Christmas. You know what I mean? It's Thanksgiving, but you're working Thanksgiving. You're on. So now it's like, okay, cool. It's another day, but now I got to act the part, which is, hey, now we're thankful for our food for Thanksgiving, but you got to have that family time too. And then kind of do military and that. It's kind of a hard transition at first. And it took me years to get that, right. I'm still working on that because, again, I get that mindset of, hey, it's just another day, but really it's not for other people. And you kind of for the other people, you got to do the right thing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about doing the right thing. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to have a system in place for veterans to call us up if they need help, if they're feeling some type of way and stuff. Because a lot of these guys, when they get back from war and they come home, a lot of these guys, they don't have a home to go back to. Say, I don't know where you were stationed, or I don't know that, but I know a lot of guys who were in the military, they could have been stationed, in Germany for 10 years. They could have been in Iraq for 10 years. So when these guys are coming back home, a lot of them don't have a home to come back to. If you've been gone from home at 18 for 10 years, your parents could have passed away. Your brothers could have moved out the neighborhood. And so a lot of our guys that are coming back, don't have nothing to go back to. So it's really good to have a support group available. I know through the VA is trying to do as much as it can. But the VA hasn't always been helping people. And, you really got to know how to get help. If you're down and out, you come home from war and you're going through some stuff emotionally and physically because you're wounded inside and outside, and you get home and the only thing you have to look towards is a bottle, and a broken neighborhood in a city that's gone, that you don't even recognize anymore. Some of these guys lose hope. They lose faith. They go into a dark place, and it's a dark time for them. And they don't know who can help them. And obviously God was the first one they should seek.
Sure.
But after God, there should be a process of getting help with more programs. So, there are programs for these guys, but, as a community, there's still a lot of stuff that needs to be done. We need more vans on the road driving around the cities, picking our guys up off the streets, getting them to shelters, getting them food, because they're not going to be able to make it from the streets to the hospital. Some of these guys, they live in the streets and they won't leave the streets. I know a guy right now I'm talking to. He lives in upstate. He lives in New York and Long Island, and all these veterans live in the woods in Long Island. So what he does is he goes out with toothpaste, toothbrush, socks, and tents. He brings these guys tents into the woods, and he'll bring them food, cell phones, whatever he can bring them. Through his he has a nonprofit, an organization, and that's what he does.
That's great.
Yeah, but we need more stuff like that through every city.
Yep.
We need more people, handing stuff out to the community. Certain cities really have a bigger homeless veteran population than others, so there's more help that's available for them. Maybe Los Angeles has a really, really big homeless veterans community, so there's a lot of help available for these guys out there. Maybe New York has a little bit of help because that's New York and that's what New Yorkers do. They help people. But as far as Jersey, I don't know. It's a shame, but last time I was in Jersey, I was in Atlantic City, and I went by a veteran center, and you know what? I was in a hard spot at the time, and I went and knocked on the veterans door, and nobody answered. I mean, they could have left me dead. Dead and broke at this program there. So like, literally, at this point in time, man, I had to pack my bags and I had to head out west. You know, and I ended up getting in a program out in Los Angeles in a veterans program, because really getting help, unless you know how or where, or you know somebody who already got help as a homeless veteran, you're not really gonna know where to get it, you know?
Right.
So I know some veterans, I know years later, after, you know, nobody told me where to get help, years later, now I know, you can go to Delaware, you know, some people go to Philly, you know, but as far as help in Jersey, there's not. I mean, there's help in North Jersey, but I mean, I know of one program in Jersey near you, but I think it's called the Haven. Have you heard of the Haven?
The Unforgotten Haven.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right in Blackwood.
Yeah.
If it's that one, yeah.
So that's it.
I know them. Yep.
Well, yeah. I know there's a place called the Haven that you know that veterans can go to and stuff, but I mean, sometimes it's limited, sometimes it's not available, but you know, and this is the process. So if you're a veteran and you're going through all these processes, going here to get help, and you hear no, going here to get help, you hear no, that's gonna break you down, you know.
Absolutely.
That's gonna break you down so bad to where, you know, some of these guys, they're committing suicide, you know, and I don't right on the VA front lawn. It happens. A guy in his car, a soldier, blew his right out in his car, waiting to get help at the VA. So because he went into the VA and they gave him a runaround, you know, and they didn't want to help him. So and that's just one person at the VA that it happened, but it happens all over the place, you know. So some people say the number 22 is actually larger than what it is. They say 22 is that the average number they're saying from just normal, but they said the number could be higher from like you know, other things that they're losing their lives and stuff too.
Sure. Sure. So I think you made me think of a really, really good point. You know, helping at that worst time is great. And there's some stuff out there, like you said, you know that stuff, but a lot of people don't. But let me ask you this, Rob. Once you have that mental health, you're ready to take that next step and start functioning back in society, is there a program that actually helps you function into that and get a job? And then after that, is there something that shows you, hey, you could do this, this could be your next level, whatever it may be, whether it be construction or medical field or anything like that, where, hey, the guy's now on his feet. Let's take him to the next level by having someone like a coach or someone that's like a mentor kind of help them along and say, hey, here's the path that I did. Why don't, if you want, follow this path and this is where you'll be at if you put the time into it. What if they had something like that? Do you know of anything like that or no?
They should. They should have that. They should have like a mentor buddy program. You know, where when you soon as you get out, you're linked up with somebody. You know, another veteran.
Yeah. So maybe that's something me and you could talk about offline and say, look, we got these guys, whether they're just getting out of active duty training or maybe they've been out for 10 years. Doesn't really matter. Why don't we sit down with those guys and go, hey, I can offer you a job if that's going to help you. I can offer you a free mentorship on how to do what I do. And I can kind of guide you along. Hey, not that I'm perfect. God knows I'm not perfect, but I came a long way. So I think I'd be able to kind of spread that knowledge onto someone else that can need it. And I think I'd be willing to do something like that, Rob.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we should put something like that together, man. Um, yeah, that would be amazing right there, because that's what they need. They need a battle buddy. That,
Yep.
at the end of the day, yeah, that's gonna look out for them.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
Yeah. So, Rob, just so you know, you inspired me today. You inspired me today.
Thank you.
What I'm going to do is, we have a small world, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So in that small world, people always come back in your life one way or the other, right? I could be in the military when I was 17 in 1997, right? And all of a sudden, you're at Disney World and seeing a guy that was in boot camp with that lived in Georgia his whole life. And I immediately noticed him, and he notices me, and we talk, and it's kind of like we never really missed those 20-some years. You know what I'm saying? So in that, there's a couple of people around here. One guy, his name's Randy Garrison. He's on Facebook. He must have saw me on a post and said, "Hey, can I help? Can you help me? I'm trying to do flipping houses." And I said, "No problem at all." So I'm thinking if I get a couple people like that, I would love to take those guys to the next level. And they come around with me. I can show them what I do. They need work. I mean, I have work. He's not looking for work. He's looking for that mentorship. But at any level, I think we should be able to help them, not just the down and out stage. That down and out stage, yes, we definitely have to have people there. But once they're over that hump, which is a hard hump to get over, now we need something else for them to continue on and keep it going so they can be successful in life and happy in life and all that stuff. And that's what I think we could do.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I agree with you. Yeah, we should do something like that, and we'll link up with them and some of the guys that are just getting out. Maybe some guys who are just getting out the military, and letting them know, that there's some people around. They can help them out if they're in a jam, or if they need some kind of mentorship. And there's something available for them, because that's the thing. Like, these guys are getting out the military, and that's like you some of the guys, when you first get out, you don't know where you're going. You're happy to be out, but you really don't know what direction you're going. And so, like, to have some kind of program available for them, or something set up in case there's, like an emergency, and thank God with social media now, we can kind of reach out to these guys a little more. I know we have a lot of viewers watching right now, because they call me all the time and say, "Hey, we like your show. We're watching your show." If there's anybody out there watching who is going through some stuff and needs a mentor, or needs some kind of needs some help or guidance, contact me or Sam, and we're putting something together for some guys, and try to get you guys some help. If you just feel like you don't have anything or anybody, and you need something, maybe just contact us, and we can see what we can put together for you guys, whether it's some work, or maybe just some mentorship, or just a conversation, or a haircut, or maybe you guys might need like a new suit to go look for a job or something. Contact us, see what we can put together for you guys watching. There are people who care, and we support all our veterans all the time, no matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter if it's alcohol, drugs. It doesn't matter if it's mental or physical. If you got some kind of problem that you're dealing with, we are here for you, and we'll try to help you guys out as much as possible. Or if anybody watching knows another veteran who needs some help, just have them contact us and see what we can do for them. So, did you catch the Eagles game?
Did I catch it? I was there in the front row.
What?
Oh yeah. So I was blessed, because I do a lot of work with the Eagles players and Eagles coaching staff, and they're all great people. They're all awesome people. You'd be blown away on how real these people are. So I reached out to one of them, not that I wanted tickets, but I said, hey, look, should I buy these tickets or whatever? And they said, hold on, give me a second. And next thing you know, I had front row for their cost on the tickets, which was way less than they were selling for. It was unbelievable time. I stayed, with the friends and family at the Eagles Hotel because they rented out a whole side of a hotel. So I stayed there. Got to enjoy a lot of different things and experience a lot of different things. It was, upsetting that they lost, but I feel like this is one of the best teams I've ever seen for the Eagles ever. And just the bonding and the experiences and the memories that I made there, they'll last a long, long time. Similar to that in the military. Going back to that, the game was played in Arizona. Going there,
right?
I didn't remember ever being in Arizona, except when I drove by. It's almost like a right. It's called Jack in the Box. It's similar to
right.
That. And I remember the story. So in 2007, when I was in the military, we got basically sent to Yuma, Arizona, in the middle of the summer, 110 plus degrees, to put up a fence against the border of Mexico and the United States. So we were there, every day. It was funny. I can't remember how I remember this, but it was a Dodge Durango. I was the driver every day. I drive my crew in there every day. And one guy in the back seat, I used to joke with him every day. And maybe it was wrong, but it was funny. So every day we go by Jack in the Box, and I say, who wants to go Jack in the Box? And he'd say, me. We drive right by, and everyone would laugh. We did it every day. So listen, we were there for 2 months. So the last day, I said, who wants to go to Jack in the Box? No one said nothing. I pulled in, and we ate there, and everyone loved it. Everyone was cracking up. It was just such a good time. And I remember, oh my God, I'm in Arizona. And, just things like that happen there with the people they happen with. You remember it like 2007. So stuff like that in the military goes a long, long way. And people don't forget. And, you build those memories, and you kind of take those with you wherever you go.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing, Sam. Wow. Yeah, Arizona, Jack in the Box, man. I like some Jack in the Box.
Oh, yeah. It's good. It is good.
Yeah. Especially when all you had is McDonald's, you see a Jack in the Box, you're like, whoa, that's a good burger.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's something. So you were up front on the front row of the Eagles game.
Oh, yeah, row one, right behind, right in the end zone.
Row one in the end zone. Yep. Wow. So that was a close game. That's super, super close. What was going through when it was down to like 35-35? When did you think the game was – when was it like – it was just probably the best game ever that you ever seen, huh?
It was great. It was a great game. I mean, I really don't look negative about the officials and all that stuff. I really don't get involved with that. It is what it is. What happened, happened. You can't change it as long as you're out there playing hard. Proud of those guys for what they did this year and even in that game. Yeah, I mean, it was really awesome to see, the players and the guys around and the way they worked and, they did really good. I really can't complain too much. It's just, that loss was a big loss. But, there's always next year and the years to come. I feel like we got a young team, and they're building upon it. And I'm excited to see what they're going to do in the upcoming years.
Now, what do you think about the turf?
So
did you hear about the turf? Yeah, the turf situation.
Okay, so I'll tell you about the turf. So, and again, I just researched it, so I'm not expecting. But I can tell you, that turf rolls outside because the stadium's indoors, right? They can open the top. That turf rolls outside. So the whole year, 18 months, they spent $800,000 getting this turf ready for today, right? They get the turf ready today. They overwater it so bad. It was a dry day the day before, not as hot as they thought. So it was soaked. Then they roll it in, literally just roll it in on like a conveyor belt, and then there you go. There's your turf. Well, the players, if you look, they all slid around. So it was on both sides. Unfortunately for us, we have a very strong and that defense wasn't as effective because of, if you look back again, you'll see Lason tripping all over, trying to get in. And, it goes for both sides. The Chiefs, too, unfortunately, have a very good pressing defense, and they're not effective in something like that with the turf. And then the other news I saw, which I thought was cool, there was an old guy, and again, what are you going to do? You can't really bring him. He's been every Super Bowl. He's been the turf guy for every Super Bowl. This is the last one, by the way.
Wow.
57 Super Bowls. And if you look him up, his name is the Sod Father. Almost like father, but the Sod Father. So I looked down. I think he's 94 years old, too. I saw his little shirt, said Sod Father. I'm like, oh, how cool was that? And then unfortunately, I had that bad grass. But, nobody's perfect, and not a perfect world.
No.
But things happen. I thought it was awesome. That was his 57th Super Bowl. He's been there since the first one, taking care of the grass. And, again, it's unfortunate, but, I think they have a positive outlook. And if we can put even close to that same team together next year, if we can hang on, and it's going to be tough to hang on them all, but if we can hang on to most of those guys, we will be right back there again.
Yeah, I say run it back, man. Run it back.
Absolutely.
Chiefs Eagles Super Bowl
58.
Part 2. Yeah. But not in Arizona and with better turf.
Well, next year will be Vegas.
Vegas. Oh, yeah. Vegas, that'll be a good one.
It'll be great.
That'll be a good Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, besides the Eagles, you think the Chiefs can run it back again, or you think somebody else?
Yeah, so the Chiefs run on just a couple guys on their offense, and they do phenomenal. One of them being from Millville. I don't know if you knew that or not.
No,
So if you look up the fullback, his last name's Pacheco. He's from Millville, New Jersey. He is an inspiration in himself. He had very bad, I guess, I won't say home life, maybe family life, where his brother died. And his sister also died. I believe one of them got stabbed to death. And he's a phenomenal athlete. He decided to go to a local college instead of going, to like one of these big colleges. All he wanted was to come to the games. So that's why he did that. So he ended up staying local so that his parents could come see him, enjoy, kind of see where he went. And he came on to the Chiefs. He's a rookie, and he runs his butt off. I've never seen nobody run like that kid runs. And, I really can't. I was happy for them, even though, I was sad about the Eagles. I was happy for a kid like that to go through what he went through in life and still come out like that. It's impressive.
Yeah, that's amazing. And he's playing for the Chiefs, and he's from right from your city. Yeah, that's something right there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right there. Yeah. A lot of talented. We get a lot of talented athletes that come out of the area. Right there, and he's got to be. I mean, for him to win a Super Bowl, that's something.
Absolutely.
How do you like what are the Kelsey brothers?
Yeah, Kelsey brothers. They're like living legends.
There's something, huh?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, they came from a good upbringing. You can tell the one had a little rougher path than the other one. Travis. I don't know if you know the story, but he got kicked out of school and football, suspended, because I don't know exactly what happened, but something happened to him. But his brother was able to help him out and get him talked back in. The program got suspended for a year from football, and then he was right back in it. So, and look at him now, he's a star.
Yeah, that's the younger one, right? The one that plays the tight end. Yeah. But he's actually and I mean he's the best tight end. He's the best tight end in the league.
Yeah, he's definitely right up there with everybody else. Yeah, he's a beast.
Okay, so did you know? I think Lane Johnson. He was in the 2000. What is it? I think the 2003 draft, right?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah, yeah. I think the 2003 draft. But that's the year that Andy Reid left Philly and went to the Chiefs. Andy Reid passed on. I want to say, was it Lane Johnson on that year? But I think that's the same year. 2003 is the same year that he picked up Kelsey
Gotcha.
at pick like 63.
Yeah, so Chelsea's been 10 years. So what's that? 2013, not 2003. 2013.
Yeah, 2013.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
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 Yeah, it's also funny that when Andy Reid went to the Chiefs, he ended up bringing all his crew over there and then firing Nick Sirianni.
Yeah, and Nick Sirianni. Was that the defense?
I don't know what he was. I don't remember what he was, but I heard the story how he did it very nice. Like he was very nice about it. Like, hey, I wish you luck in the future. You know, I'm bringing my staff in, and you're no longer needed here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Yeah, absolutely.
And Nick turned around. Nick's a Philly guy now. He's a Philly guy now. The fans love him. He's got a great attitude. He's very what's the word? He's very memorable to watch, and he's got a lot of passion for the game and Philly and all that. It's what you don't see that a lot.
Yeah, there's nothing like catching the birds on the screen. So so hopefully they make a run back for it this year. Hopefully they get another chance, another chase at the title, which they should. I mean they could have. They had 3 losses, but they could have went undefeated. They sat out their quarterback for the last 3 games.
Yep.
You know, so I know they're talking about maybe changing the offense and defense coordinators right now is what I was reading and stuff. But they had a good year. They had a good season. I don't know. You can't say the only game they lost was against Andy Reid. You know, the best coach in the league, against the team that he used to coach for. So, I mean, it's like, it wasn't that you had bad coaches. You just coached against Andy Reid. You know, you had a bad game because Andy Reid, is a phenomenal. He works his players really hard and stuff. So,
definitely.
Well, yeah, man. We appreciate you coming on here, Sam. It's a pleasure for you to join us, and it's an honor. You know, you being a veteran. It really means something. To all the other veterans out there who are watching. For anybody to come on here and take their time to discuss these issues, because these are real life issues, and these are things that people need help with. Again, anybody watching, call the number on the screen. It says dial 988 and press 1. That's for the VA phone number. And thank you, Sam. We salute you.
Thank you, Rob.
And all right. Yeah, and until next time, maybe you can jump on here again with us again. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, for sure. You got it, Rob.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless.
God bless you.